Here with Arena Tournament 36. So excited for the tournament today. Looks like we have Josiah back, and after a little bit of a break, and then we have Chelsea here as well, which is great. Sure, we'll get some more players today. I don't think we'll reach our max of 2,000, but hopefully we'll get somewhere in the 18 to 20 range. But we'll see. You never know. We did have our chess event last Saturday, so there might be a little bit of a burnout, a little bit too much chess. But yeah, hopefully some more kids will jump on here. Okay. Yeah, Vincent has lost a lot of points lately. I don't know if anyone saw that. Yeah, he's been kind of trying too hard. I know that feeling. Sometimes we try too hard in chess, and it doesn't usually go well. Okay, so up to 6. Okay. Got, 20 seconds. All right. So even for this part to turn out slightly low, but I anticipate we'll get some more players. It's good to have Aiden here. I assume his brother Aiden will play. Leo hopped on, which is awesome. Yeah, I noticed that they've been doing some updates with chess.com, and now stuff doesn't seem to reload as well as it used to. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. So we have 6 players. I always start at the top board first. So let's mix it up. Let's look at Chelsea versus Leo. I think this will be a competitive game. Oh, Ponziani. This is my favorite opening. I don't think I taught Chelsea about the Ponziani. I don't know if she's been watching my games, but this is, yeah, perfect. So here the main move is d5. This move is not commonly played. The problem, I think, is that bishop c5 is very strong, right? Remember, we have to worry about the f2 pawn for white and the f7 pawn for black. d6. This has actually been a very well played opening, except I would have preferred seeing developing the bishop. I still think that this has been a pretty well played opening. f6. Okay, f6 is starting to create some weaknesses. I think probably just like bishop e3, bishop f4, bishop h4. All these moves look reasonable to me. And then the move I'm hoping we don't see is g5. I think g5 is just too much here, I think. Even if it's not, it feels totally wrong to me. Like knight takes g5. Yeah, I would actually. So I think the kids are a little afraid of sacrificing their pieces, which they should be, right? Because I tell the kids all the time, you have to value your pieces. But I think this was a moment where knight takes g5 might have been incredibly strong. And the point is, after take, we can play queen here. Although after knight takes g5, if Leo had thrown in queen e7, that does change the calculus a little bit. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, I have no problems at all with the way Chelsea's playing this. Here I maybe would just take with the queen. I guess the problem with taking the queen is you can't castle right away because your bishop's hanging. But I think you could take with the queen, play knight d2, and then you could probably castle, and that should be quite good for white. This move I think also should be fine. Okay, so we have the pin piece there. So yeah, this is a bad move because of queen to a4. So it looks like Chelsea moved a little bit quick in this spot. I'll let Sear take her time a bit more. But yeah, queen a4 attacks the knight and the king, and that's just a free piece for white. There's no way that black can save their knight here. And this is one of the reasons why it's important to get your king castled, because that's when all these tactics occur. Although Chelsea did a really nice job of trapping this knight here, because we can't play queen a3 because the knight will take. I don't see any other way to defend the knight, so this is just a free piece here. No, just take the knight, right? I don't think this is a mistake, but you're gonna run the trouble. Like take the free piece while you can. No, just these moves are technically fine, so I can't be too tough on Chelsea. These are perfectly fine moves. The knight is still trapped, but. Again, I guess I can't be too critical because I actually think Chelsea is probably playing the best moves here, objectively. I'm just a little worried that Chelsea's going to miss out on winning free pieces in the future. But as long as she's noticing that the knight is still trapped, then I really don't have an issue with it. Do we have any more kids? Oh, we're up to 11? Oh, cool. Oh, Eileen's playing. Oh, that's good. Oh, Crystal's here. Okay, good. Okay. And then, yeah, now all we need to do as white is get our king castled at some point. Yeah, preferably right here, just castle your king. You're up 5 points. Yeah, see, this is when we get a little bit too greedy. I like that Chelsea's winning the free pieces, but king safety is very. It's yeah, very good job by Chelsea of identifying this threat on the rook here. By the way, so that was very good board vision. Here we just take the pawn. That's nothing. And yeah, once Chelsea gets a free opportunity to castle, she should do that right away. Seems like we're losing some of the high school students like Brian and Steven. And I actually think they would benefit the most from this tournament because they haven't really, in my opinion, shown like any dominance in this tournament. So they as the older students, right, they should really be the ones to come and try to dominate this event. And I think that will prepare them well for their high school matches. But that's just my opinion. I feel confident I'm correct on this, but yeah, rook b1. See, now the problem, like Chelsea's really, she's up so many points. She's got to get her king to safety here. Perfect. So even though Chelsea's going to lose the bishop here after bishop takes knight and then queen takes bishop, you're up so many points. This is totally a worthwhile sacrifice here. I mean, sacrifice isn't even the right word. It's a good way to simplify the position. Oh, we have Sarah here. I'm telling you, the girls are coming to play. We're getting a lot more girls than boys in the tournament recently, which is great. Yeah, it's really encouraging. Aiden has 5 points already. How is Aiden? Aiden and Aiden, they're twin brothers. They're showing so much talent. Here, I would like to have seen knight d5 from Chelsea. Like, remember we talked about centralizing our pieces. Nice counterattack from Leo here. So I think bishop d3 is the best move. There's probably other very good moves, by the way, but yeah, we do have the skewer. I think Chelsea was just focused on this pawn. All right, so here we have to try to simplify this position at all costs, basically. Bishop d6 looks like a strong threat. Yeah, I think bishop d6 is very good here. Who challenged me? Linea? Is that Linea? I can't play Linea. I feel like Linea is trying to join the tournament. Bishop d6, very nice move. Very nice move. Let me message Linea. Oh, Brian's on? Yeah, see, she's not in the right spot, Linea. Is this the actual link to the tournament? Oh yeah, that just hangs the queen, so that's just GG. I guess he wants this one check, but it doesn't do anything. Yeah, there's the message from Linea. Okay. This has been a great game from Chelsea, by the way. Oh, she's lucky it's not a back rank checkmate, but that's very dangerous. Okay, so it seems like she saw that. Yeah, very nice game from Chelsea. That was very good. I thought last tournament Chelsea didn't play her best chess, and I would say this was excellent, excellent chess here. So what happened to the tournament? Yeah, ever since they started to like kind of tinker with the settings on chess.com, I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. By the way, I think Josiah is a big favorite in this tournament. So let's look at Eileen versus Crystal. I think this should be a good game. Yeah, I can't get the kids to push the c pawn in these queen pawn openings. Yeah, I see Brian's online, but he's not joining the tournament. Okay. Oh, Jonathan's here. Um, so how do I? Yeah, I just want to make sure that I actually send them the right link. Is this okay? This is the link. Okay, let me message Jonathan. Um, okay, Linny is playing, but she's not playing in the tournament. Okay, so we're having a little bit of confusion. I can't say I like blame the kids all that much because again, they've done too much tinkering, I think, with the website, and that's made it tough on some of the kids. Anyway, like I was saying, let's look at Eileen versus Crystal here. Okay, G3. Okay, maybe. I mean, G3 is not super common with Bishop F4, but I can't expect Eileen to know all these all these ideas just yet. But normally after you play Bishop F4, the main idea is to play E3, right? Because once you get your bishop outside the pawn chain, then you do want to create the pawn chain and get this bishop a nice diagonal. So G3 is just a tad slow. And same thing with Crystal. Like, yeah, I'm really trying to encourage the kids when they play queen pawn openings to try to move the C pawn. I know as blacks, you can't always push the pawn to C5, but you do typically at least want to put the pawn on C6 and just make sure you're solidifying the center here. Knight F3, Knight G5. No, that move doesn't do anything. That's just a waste of move basically. We got to get our bishop developed. That was the point of G3, and then try to castle. Okay, Knight G5. No, see why are we taking our knight away from the center? Try to talk to Eileen about this many times now. We got to fight for the center with our pieces. Yeah, this should be pretty standard now. So that's an interesting counterattack move. But I don't understand. I think we missed a pawn take. I don't know why we can't just take the pawn here. I guess maybe Eileen's worried about D4. D4 is kind of tricky because if we take, queen takes, then we get checkmated on D1 square, so that's an issue. E5 doesn't, well, E5 also is attacking this knight here. Yeah, here Crystal should have just taken the knight, and then after queen takes, this knight on H3 has two attackers. Don't forget about the X-ray versus just one defender. Well, that's a good move from Eileen. That's a good move. Okay, that move was not so good. Yeah, again, this bishop is hanging. Whoever sees this first is. Oh, I see A4 with the idea of knight. Oh, that was pretty good. And then here we have a mate in two moves. We have queen A8, bishop here. No, that's not a mate in two moves. I'm sorry. That's not true. I was gonna say queen here, and knight here, but yeah, for some reason the king can just move to C7. So my apologies. Okay. Now we have a long thing. Bishop there. Yeah, I think bishop there just fails to this move again. So it seems like we're stuck on 11 players, so the turnout isn't great today. Aiden and Aiden are tied for first. These guys are proving to be a force here in these tournaments. They're just really dominating all the tournaments. And Josiah has a draw in his first game against Grumpy Fog. Okay, that's a good result for Grumpy Fog, who's been struggling a bit. Okay. Yeah, we are missing a lot of kids in the tournament today. I guess it's going to happen, right? Not every tournament's going to have 20 kids, but hopefully we'll get to 16 or 17 still. I'm trying to make knight F4 work, so take, I'm just trying to. So yeah, I think no, Eileen. I don't get that move. Like, well, who knows? Maybe it's an interesting sacrifice. Let me not doubt Eileen so much. I like the creativity. I'll give Eileen an A for creativity with this move. What I was saying though is I think knight f4, knight takes, knight a7 check. The bishop can't take because the pin. King has to go here. Then we capture on b7 because we're defended by the bishop. King has to go to d6, and then if we take back the knight, there might even be a better. Maybe we just play knight b5 first again. I know that's a lot to visualize, but something like that seemed kind of interesting to me. So take, okay. I think knight f4, right? We want to attack the pin piece, so knight f4 should be good. That's also interesting. This has been a very interesting game. So here we have a mate in one. We have bishop takes b7 or queen takes b7. So one of those two moves is a mate in one. These are those long moves that are tough to see. So I'm curious if Eileen will spot the checkmate in one move here. Eileen has improved a lot the last few tournaments. I don't think she sees it. Checks and captures, Eileen. Checks and captures. You have a, yeah, she didn't see it. And even worse, she blocked the diagonal for a bishop. So close to the finish line. So close yet so far. No, now she's falling apart, Eileen. It was such a beautiful game she played too. Yeah, chess is cruel. Chess can be a cruel game. Just one little mistake, and then your position goes from completely winning to completely losing now. By the way, after this move, now the knight is no longer pinned, so this queen is just hanging. Oh, who messaged me? Yeah, I think. Well, this is actually a pretty cool way to trap the queen. The thing is, you don't really need to do that. I feel like Eileen is so close. Just a few things she has to spot. I mean, Crystal's a very good player, so that would have been that's been a nice victory for her. I don't think we got any players from New York for this tournament. Yeah, now Eileen probably better off resigning here, to be honest, just so she can save some time and move on to new games. We gotta look at some of 8 and 9's games though. If they're gonna keep dominating like this, we gotta check out their games. And they're playing each other here, so one of them is gonna have three wins in a row. Yeah, so here just Queen D2 check is very strong. That move is also very good. Yeah, Rook C5 with the idea of Queen D2 and Queen C2. Okay, E5. Yeah, Queen D2 is just a crushing move here. Probably Rook takes C2 is even better than Queen takes C2, by the way. Because then we get two, yeah, then we get two very strong pieces on the second rank here. And yeah, the White King is in a forced mate here. I think queen takes fine too, right? Queen takes and rook d2. It's all winning. Maybe queen takes c2 is actually a little bit more accurate. Yeah, that moves fine as well, of course. Remember, checkmate does win the game, so it's nice to win the pieces. No complaints about this move at all. But we do wanna try to create checkmates. Take. Okay, king here is forced. And I think the easiest solution is just a5. Or rook d4. So any move that threatens queen b4 mate, I think is yeah, very good move. Oh, we have a 12th player. Who else showed up? Who else joined the tournament here? Yeah, the tournament disappears every time you refresh the page. So yeah, I don't like what. Oh, Jonathan joined. Okay, cool. All right. How do you lose already, John? Oh, Linnea ended up jumping in. Okay, cool. Oh, good. Okay, good to have Linnea here. So do we have 13 then? Because I don't know. Unless, yeah, maybe Jonathan's. I don't know. Okay, I lost track. Josiah's having. Okay, he just drew one game. Okay, that's not a big deal. All right, we gotta look at the leaders here. So we got Aiden and Aiden. So what's going on here? Yeah, they moved the knight away from the center, which isn't very good. I guess they're going for the four move. That just hangs a piece. No, that's terrible. Yeah, that's no good, Aiden. It's no good. Yeah, so they're too focused on the four move checkmate. I think the reason why Aiden and Aiden are winning so many games is they seem to always be looking for checkmate threats, and the other kids seem to not have figured out how to stop their checkmate threats sometimes. Not all the time, of course. Sometimes they defend perfectly fine. But sometimes the kids are struggling to defend the checkmates. And even though some of their moves might not be the best objectively, if you keep making threats and your opponent sometimes misses your threats, you can win a lot of chess games that way. Like g4 is a really bad move because we're not developing any pieces. So yeah, I don't think knight g4 was a threat. Like we could just play bishop c4, and then if the knight goes to g4, we can just castle because the knight on f3 does a good job of stopping the queen from moving to h4. And if the queen does go to h6 to threaten a checkmate on the h2 square, we just push h3 and we're fine. And then actually after the knight moves, we have this really cool move d4, attacking the queen, attacking the bishop, and life is good for white there. Oh, so through all my talking, we missed the game. Okay, that wasn't a very good job of commentating by me then. Okay, so knight there, g4. Yeah, this is completely winning for Aiden. Probably knight takes f2 is even better because then we're attacking three pieces at the same time. Yeah, I think that was better than bishop takes. Okay, bishop takes f2. Okay, check's a check, but that check doesn't do too much. And the problem is that this knight is constantly stuck defending this bishop. Although queen b6 does resolve that problem quite well, actually. Except for the fact that your knight's hanging. Excuse me. Except for the fact that your knight's hanging, because we have the bishops covering the e3 square, so that's not a threat. So we just take. Okay, there. So I didn't set a nice trap. I don't know. Did you see this move? Okay, but then he loses his bishop anyway. Okay. Yeah, I might even take with the king here because why not offer the queen trade still once you get up material? Yeah, nice job with the pins. So Aiden and Aiden are doing a good job of spotting these nice tactics. Okay, take. Yeah, but now I think you just take the bishop here. No, that move's a mistake because of capture. But I think I think you just take the bishop. Like we don't have to worry about queen g7 because our rook's controlling that square. And I think if we take the bishop, we don't have to be worried about rook g1. Okay, can we take rook g1? Yeah, then there's a whole bunch of stuff to calculate. I don't know. We might be able to take here and allow these checks. I don't know for sure. Yeah, it gets pretty complicated. So, is f6 just a brilliancy then? F6 might just be a very nice move. All right, and this is a good time for Ian to resign. Oh, looks like Benjamin might be joining the tournament, so that would be good if he does. Let's look at Chelsea versus Sarah. When did Chelsea start playing the Ponziani? I feel proud. I feel very proud. Fellow Ponziani opening. She plays it a little too conservatively. Like there's no reason to play D3 and then D4. Yeah, here we can just take. This is just a free piece, right? Because what you have to worry about, there's any like discovered checks, because then your queen can fall. So what I'm looking at is bishop here is not a check because we have the pawn in the way. And then let's say there's no checks on this diagonal, right? Bishop G3, which would be the other diagonal you could attack the king, is not a check because there's a pawn here. So we can just take on, yeah, that was a mistake. We can just take on D5 here. And the other thing I was looking at is if we could play bishop takes f7. Sometimes that's going to work as a deflection, but here it doesn't, because after king takes, queen takes, rook takes, we're just down a bishop for a pawn. Although I am thinking about here, queen h5. Now that's a little tempting, but I think that doesn't work either. Okay, white won by timeout, so basically we had a flag there. This is like a really interesting game. I'm not having much luck jumping in the beginning of the games, but this did look like a very, very interesting final position. Yeah, I think I've seen Chelsea miss this tactic on H2. I think 2 tournaments ago against Aiden, she missed the same tactic. So we just have to be aware of the X-ray and then just focus on where our opponent's pieces are attacking. So here, like I think we can just play G3, for example. We might even be able to play F4. F4 is always a risky move because you're weakening this diagonal to your king. But I feel like you probably could play F4 because I don't think this check does too much. So maybe just F4 here is fine. Gain some space. Okay, so what happens? So here. Here I like to see Sarah develop a piece. I think bishop g4 is probably the best move, because if the queen takes, then you take on d3. And after this move, if they play f3, they're just creating a bunch of lot more weaknesses. So I think you would just play like bishop e6, and this should be a quite a good position for black here. Okay, so here. Yeah, I like the way Sarah defended against the h7 threat here. So queen c2 does a good job defending against this square. Okay, bishop there. Yeah, that's a big mistake from Chelsea, because that just allows bishop to h3 check. Okay, good job from Sarah spotting that. And I don't think the king should be able to survive this king hunt, but you never know. You never know. Sometimes the king can get out. That move I'm not a big fan of from Sarah. I like to see, just remember, rooks are going to open files. I like to see Sarah bring her rook into the attack. Yeah, I think that would have been much better. Yeah, now, okay, so yeah, there goes the advantage. Yeah, once we hang our queen, the advantage is sort of gone. Well, that's a nice move. I like rook h1. Yeah, that's a very nice move. Yeah, I guess here we should have taken with the king, because this does allow for the pin on the queen. Okay. Okay. I think we can just take the pawn here, right? Because if they try to move if they move the rook here to create a pin, I think just f3 is fine. They do have one check, but after king here, I think we're just perfectly fine there. Yeah, I believe so. Maybe king e3 was better there. Ah, okay, there. Oh, okay, interesting. Kids are playing well though. They're really spotting the forcing moves well. Yeah, the kids are playing some good chess. Oh, we have 13 players now. Oh, Benjamin jumped in. I don't know why Brian doesn't play. Here both sides minister is a free rook. Yeah, Brian and Steven should be here. They could really use the practice. Yeah, this is a good game. Both sides are fighting hard. This was a really high quality effort. Here Sarah should just remember rooks are very good behind passed pawns. So what it means to say you're behind a passed pawn is the white pawns move where the numbers get higher. So you wanna attack the pawn from behind, because by doing that you don't just attack the pawn where it is, but you also attack the pawn where it wants to move to. Okay, so here. By the way, I'm rooting for Linnea to get a win in this tournament. I don't think she's won any of her games so far, but I feel like today is the day. I think today's the day she's going to get her first victory. And Linnea is one of the students I'm most proud of. I know I say this almost every video, but she really keeps trying her best, and I have a lot of respect for people who do that. It's not easy. Not easy. Okay, so hold on. I should. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, here. Yeah, here I think we should just play Queen F3. Although, are we losing this as white now? Huh. Yeah, I have to think about that some more. I didn't actually spot the right idea there so quickly. Or I should say I didn't spot the correct idea at all here. Okay, here. What's going on? Is this even winning for white? Okay, how do we win this position? This feels like it should definitely be winning. I wonder if that check feels incorrect to me. If we play Queen E2 check, if the king takes the pawn, then I think we're clearly winning because we get this guy. But after Queen E2 check, if the king goes to H3, we don't have access to the H5 square because of the pawn. We can go here, but I think that sort of just transposes to what we had in the game already, or does it? Yeah, I think this has to be the correct approach to this, I think. Okay, that check didn't seem correct. So okay, this basically transposed into what I was just suggesting, and maybe this doesn't do anything. Queen. Yeah, maybe my idea doesn't work. Okay, I think we should go King E3 here, check. Here, check, and I think it's just a draw now. I don't know. Kind of want to turn the variations on, but that's sort of a little bit lazy. Okay, King E3. Okay, the rook can't move here. It's pinned. I think I said rook there, did I? Okay, that's pinned. Okay, so we go king. Yeah, king here. Now this move just wins the rook. Okay, so apparently, rook G2 is an issue, but apparently if we go king G4, king H4, this is just a drawn position, which shows you how powerful pawns get when they get pretty close to the edge of the chessboard. This is a tricky position though. There's a lot to calculate here. Cool. Anyway, let's go on to another game. It looks like we have 14 players now, so Aiden is just crushing this tournament. I mean, I'm unbelievable. Okay, Brian hopped on, played one game, then took his break. Okay, I'm happy Brian's here. I do want to see Brian play a whole tournament, but it's up to him. What's going on with Devin? Time for Devin to start winning some games. This would be a good game. Let's look at Brian versus Benjamin. I think this would be a good game here. Yeah, I told the class this move knight takes d4 is not a very good move from Benjamin because it's just helping white develop their pieces. And then after c5, yeah, we pick up this tempo, but there's actually a bit of a drawback to this tempo in that our bishop can't really develop very well. So I don't like queen e5 check here because that's just helping black develop. I really want the kids to be focused on, it's a race. Whoever can develop their pieces faster is going to win the race. My hunch is that maybe the best move is queen e3, bishop c4, castle, and then maybe the queen goes to like f3 or g3, and that's how we develop our dark square bishop. Yeah, I don't think we should allow this sequence of moves here. Although I know there's a lot I'm commenting on in this game because it's already interesting position. But the queen is sort of uncomfortable here because of knight c3, d5, or even knight c3, knight b5 with the idea of knight c7 because the queen's protecting that square. And notice that this d pawn is a backwards pawn. That's actually the main drawback of c5. I should have explained that. So there's a couple of drawbacks. One, this diagonal is shortened for your bishop and your queen now. The second huge drawback is that this is a backwards pawn. I think that's like a scared move to me. It could be a perfectly fine move, but it feels like, oh, I want to trade the queens here. I'm a little nervous. That to be honest, that's what it feels like to me. Yeah, and now Brian's just trading the pieces off. Like you're playing the white side, you should be more aggressive here. Like bishop g5 and castle queen side. Castle long should be on your radar. Yeah, I don't really understand. Yeah, I don't really understand these moves so much from Brian. Yeah, this is, well, who knows? Maybe Brian just really likes this endgame position, but like now he's developing his pieces in a way that don't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Don't do anything. That's not good English, right? That's not speaking English well. So bishop e3, rook here, knight b5 or knight d5. I still like white's position, but I think we were just a little too cautious here. Yeah, a little too cautious as white, but that's okay. Brian was saying in class he's having a little trouble finding out like how to find good middle game moves. So I think that's a really hard area to teach. Middle game is by far the most complex part of chess, but I can do a better job of definitely showing some more middle game ideas. By the way, whenever we do like guess the move stuff like that, that's always to help you learn middle game ideas. All right, so rook a d1. So now Benjamin is using some time. I would like to see the kids think a little bit longer. Like to get to do the opening, just using like a minute on your clock is probably not ideal. Yeah, I was gonna say knight b6 is interesting. I think knight b5 though. I think this is just a winning. Winning might be too strong a word, but I think this gives white a very big advantage because if the bishop retreats to this square, you win the c5 pawn, and if the bishop moves, let's say e7, you win the a7 pawn. So I think knight b5 is just a clear. Yeah, knight d5, right? Just too much trading the pieces. I think the chess we're playing is it feels a little like scared chess, like we're too afraid to lose, and we're missing our chances. Like that's the thing I like about Benjamin's chess. He never worries about losing. I could tell by the moves that Benjamin makes that losing doesn't even enter his mindset. Benjamin just puts his pieces on active squares, makes threats, and not to be tough on this move I don't like. Well, maybe b3 is not so bad, and I think I'm being a little tough on Brian this game just because I think he's playing very reasonable moves. Just like I said, slightly cautious is how I would describe Brian's play in this game. And now I think we definitely want to take with the knight. Yeah, because then we can go to f5, we can go to c4. And this is a position where you have a good knight versus a bad bishop. Because notice this bishop is on the same color as the center pawns. So that makes it a bad bishop usually. And in this case, definitely a bad bishop. But I was listening to, Carlsen was saying that even the worst bishop is better than the best knight, which he was, I think, just joking a bit. But the point was that, the bishops tend to be a little bit stronger than knights in most positions. I like c4. So after c4, like now we can really have control of the d5 square, the f5 square. We can also play rook d5 with the idea of doubling up our rooks. So these are definitely some middle game ideas here. Because there's only one open file on this chessboard, right? The d file. So why not bring both of your rooks onto the d file? This has been a well played game. This is both Benjamin and Brian should be proud of this game. Although Brian has to start moving a little bit. I know I was saying I wish to. No. I guess he wants to play a3, but maybe you can play this. I like that he played a3 decisively at least, and a very good job from Benjamin really spotting the idea. I would just keep the position closed since you have the knight versus bishop, and then move the rook back to d1. I don't think Brian's going to do that. Yeah, I thought he might take, but yeah, I would have just kept the position closed. Now I like rook a5 a lot though. By the way, rook a5. If the bishop goes to c7, the pawn's hanging. So rook a5, probably rook a8, rook here, take. The question is if Benjamin thinks he can hold this endgame with the bishop versus knight. So again, normally the bishop would be better than the knight, but if there's any position where the knight will be better, this is the one, because all of the black pawns are on dark squares except for this one h7 pawn. So that makes this bishop a pretty bad bishop here. Like if I was Benjamin here, I would even think about if I can just let white capture if I could hold the rook and pawn endgame. Because I actually think that white has a better position in the rook and pawn endgame, also because their moves are pretty not obvious is not the right word, but pretty straightforward. Like rook a5 with the idea of doubling the rooks up. I think that's one idea too that I need to teach a little bit more. It seems like the students don't think about doubling up their rooks enough. Although after rook a5, we do have to be a little concerned about rook d2 or actually rook d3. Maybe rook a5 is a mistake. Maybe we no. We're just opening up the bishop. Yeah, we're trying to keep the diagonals closed, right? Our opponent has a bishop. We don't want to open up the diagonals. So f4, yeah, f4 just completely opens up your position for no reason. No, and now you're making your knight passive. Yeah, I think Brian's gonna lose this game now. Yeah, I don't like the last few moves Brian's played at all. I think he's feeling the time pressure a little bit, which is completely normal. Yeah, time pressure always creates blunders. I say there's like a 15% chance that I like f5. Okay, f5 is a good move. Keep the position closed. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a pretty interesting position. I'm worried that Brian's going to take and open the position up again. I think if he just gets his king over to, let's say, e3, he might be able to. He might have decent chances still. No, now he's lost. Yeah, now he's lost because now you just basically gave. No. All right. I guess just because Brian's not playing the moves that I would play, I can't just sit here and say these are bad moves because they're not. So I think I should just calm down a little bit. Brian's actually finding some. It's tough sometimes. Like this is a strange move, but okay. I don't know. Maybe Brian just played this position like a genius, and I wasn't good enough to understand the point of his moves because yeah, it does seem like he's found some very good ideas here. I was worried that the b3 pawn was going to fall, but it looks like after like rook g3, for example, this pawn is never going to fall because the king can't really get into the position. Notice that these pawns. No, why did we give away? He's going for it, Brian. I said he was playing too cautious earlier. Now he's going for it at least. So, yeah, he gets my respect there. So either here, okay, he did play this move. So I think now we could just play. I don't think rook a7 was correct. Rook g7 is very strong here. I'll have to rook g7, b3. Yeah, I was actually just about to say knight here. And I think we just chill with our knight on b3, and then we that move. No, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think just king f2 is fine. Just don't go back knight f1, which I'm slightly. King h2, okay. King h2, we can't. I like to use our king to defend the knight here, actually. Now rook g7, I think, is winning. Yeah, rook g7 should be winning now. See if we remember how the pawns capture. This seems to be somewhere we're struggling. G4 is also a perfectly fine move. So G4, G5. No, now we go knight b3. Or rook g7 again is fine. Okay, that's probably that move's fine as well. After b3, as long as we find rook g7, we're still fine. No, now Benjamin should just resign. Yeah, rook g7 is too good. We miss so many of these pawn captures. I don't understand why. And like also, I think we can just take here, take. I like king g3. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I like the way Brian's played this position. I think Benjamin still has a chance because he's going to try to flag Brian here, though. Okay, there. That move doesn't. Oh, Austin's here. Cool. Now I think rook f6 is winning, or is rook f6? Yeah, rook f6. Take. Bishop here. Push. Yeah, that's just winning. Okay. So I think just rook f6. I don't think that's the cleanest win. I'm sort of just tempted to take and then play g6. That also should be winning. Rook e6. No, I don't get it. Don't get it. He's running into time pressure, Brian. We just can take and play here because if the rook. No. This is not right. No. Well, let's go here. If we go here, we still have a good chance. Play a good game, Brian. He's close, but no cigar. I think White's still winning this position, but he's gonna have to find this cool. No. What I don't. Yeah, this move I don't get at all. Like why? I don't know where he's going with the king. Like the pawns are over here. I don't know why you're bringing your king over here. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, that's a good move. It would be nice if your king was here, though, because now you can go to this square. See, now we can never... Yeah, see, that one tempo was huge because now we can never get our king to this square. And, yeah, now black sort of has... I think it's still a draw, but I don't know for sure. Okay, that's a good move. I think king e7, king g6. We're gonna do a flanking maneuver here. We're gonna outflank our opponent's king. Okay, so yeah, king g6. So Austin went online. I don't think he probably couldn't join the tournament. Then he left. Aiden is 8 out of 8. What in the world? Beast mode. Beast mode. Now king here attacks something. Make contact with a piece. Because if our king was here, then we capture the pawn. We're not attacking anything. Why? You wanna make contact with your opponent's pieces in chess. Yeah, now we're gonna lose this 100%. And he's in a lot of time pressure, Brian. So I should give him some. No, this isn't. He shouldn't accept a draw here, Benjamin. This is not a drawn position. Whoa. Well, now he should take a draw. Yeah, now Brian should win this actually. Here? Yeah, now it's going to be a draw. Okay, this is a fair result. Yeah, he doesn't have any time for a mate here, but all right, good game. All right. I think I sent it in the. All right, I didn't mean to send it there. All right. What's going on here? So you have Chelsea. Man, what a... I still think Josiah is going to win. I think Aiden. I know exactly what's going to happen. Aiden's going to say, "I was so close," but it depends. It depends who plays against each other. If Aiden can avoid playing Josiah, I think he can win. But if Josiah does get paired with Aiden, then I think Josiah will likely win. Yeah, like this is a bad matchup for Josiah because Benjamin's very high rated as well. But also Aiden has a tough matchup. So let's look at Vincent versus Aiden. Queen e2 is basically defending a threat that doesn't exist. So basically, Vincent's worried about the f2 pawn, but that's why you put your knight here. Like this knight just dominates everything. It controls the h4 square. It's blocking the f file. So just develop your pieces, or knight d5. You know, knight d5 is one of those examples when you can move the same piece twice because you're picking up a tempo. Queen e2 is a bit of a strange move here. Okay, knight d5 now. Okay, so we had our first victory. And Aiden's very smart with the strategy as far as, like, if you're losing, just resign and start a new game because the whole point if you want to win this, you have to play a lot of games. Yeah, I would say the whole tournament, I think, will come down to this game between Benjamin and Josiah. If Benjamin wins, I still think Josiah is a slight favorite over Aiden, but it's going to be very close. I think if Josiah wins, then he's a huge favorite and he'll probably win the tournament. But I've been wrong before. What's going on with Linnea? Poor Linnea. So I was making my little soliloquy before. I was saying that Linnea is one of the students I'm most proud of, although I think she just gets too nervous during the tournament. I've had a few students who kind of, it's perfectly normal, by the way. It's tough. It's tough when you're playing all these games, in a row. But I know Linnea in class would not make this move. So I think she's just, I don't know what she's doing, Linnea, exactly, but I think she's playing a lot worse in the games than she does in class. So that just means she needs to get a little bit more comfortable playing, just more comfortable playing chess. I think once she does that, she's gonna be good. Like, I mean, these are good moves, right? She found the free bishop. So by the way, there's no checks, no safe checks against the white king here. So we should play knight g6 because then we attack the queen. Most importantly, we're protecting our bishop. That's the most important thing. And then also we're attacking the rook. So we at least win a rook for a bishop here. And after knight g6, let's say if the queen goes to d4, with the point being that if you take the rook, black takes your bishop and your knight might be trapped. After this move here, just play bishop e3, right? Pick up a tempo on the queen. And then once the queen moves wherever it moves, then win the rook. And even if your knight gets trapped, as long as you win a rook for your knight, you're getting the better of the trade. So here's a free piece, and I think we can take the way Linnea did and then take that knight. So yeah, so here Linnea is just winning. Yeah, she's just and now she's losing. Winning, losing, winning, losing. Yeah, just bring the rook somewhere where it's safe, right? Gotta value your pieces. Also, hold on a second, hold on. I think just rook takes knight here is good because if the bishop takes, then we take here. And if we can get two minor pieces for a rook, that's almost always a good trade for the side that's winning the two minor pieces. So yeah, just rook takes here would have been good. The only reason I was hesitating, just quickly making sure there's no backrank checkmates, which of course there's not here. So yeah, just rook takes knight is a winning move for black here. Here if we would take the knight, we're still actually slightly better as black here. So when I said losing, I was actually a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction there. So just take, this piece moves, and then knight f6. we do have to catch up in our development. We're quite a bit behind development as black here, but our position is not bad. Yeah, now I mean also Chelsea could have just taken this bishop for free, but it seemed like Chelsea had this idea in mind already, which is fine. Um, One thing you need in chess, though, you need a bit of a limber mind. Like the position is always changing, so you might have one idea in mind at one moment, and then need to quickly change to another idea. But the kids will get better at that. That's yeah, that's not super easy to learn. Okay, let's like Linea. Yeah, now the pieces are falling. Yeah, this move's a bit superficial, right? Rook h8, going after this pawn. Like go after the king, right? That's how you win the chess game. Yeah, go win the king. So just maybe can improve your other rook. I mean, there's lots of moves you can play as white here. There's no reason to go win more pawns when you're up 6 points already. Like go get the king. Okay, Devin got to win. Okay, good. Oh, Josiah lost. Oh, he lost to Benjamin. I know I just said I think Josiah is still a small favorite if he lost to Benjamin, but now 7 points with 35 minutes. Oh, geez. I don't know who I'd consider the favorite here. I'd say it's almost like 50-50 because Aiden has a game already. I assume Josiah. Okay, so Josiah's just waiting to be paired again. Okay, it looks like. Did Linea resign here or she got disconnected? Okay. So you have. Let's look at Aiden versus Leo. What's going on here? Kids really like the 4-move checkmate. I mean, I knew this already, but now I'm always like reminded of this. Okay, this just hangs the queen. So we should look at the whole chessboard here. Yeah, this is this won't go in Aiden's my 50 best game collection here. I don't think it's going to go in Leo's my 50 best game collection either. Yeah, I think we could just take the bishop here, right? Because if we take, we can get behind the passed pawn. Although after this move, just rook here, I think that sort of forces a trade of the rooks, and that's yeah, it's pretty easily won. So I guess that's the benefit of being up a rook and a bishop is you can make these trades and still win quite easily. Yeah, why not take on g7? Yeah, Leo seems to be doing a good job giving away his pawns here for no reason. Yeah, okay. That's another pawn. And these three passed pawns are going to be somewhat formidable. So, oh, what happened? No, here we got to push this pawn, right? This pawn's hanging. Yeah, I'm curious if I didn't play this like very very accurately. I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious if Black can hold this position. I think they can because their king is pretty active. But like these pawns are not going to be easy to stop. Like g4, h. I think the problem is it's hard to get the pawn to h7. That seems to be the sticking point. Yeah, but it's not super obvious how we. Okay, rook c6, offer a trade of rooks makes sense. Okay, let's say if we go. What if we played f5 here? I'm just curious. Okay, f5, a5. Let's say we go here. A4. Okay, here, I guess we probably go rook a6, right? Or rook a8, okay. Okay, let's say rook a8, and then let's say we go here. Yeah, this is okay. So I wonder if we took the a pawn off the chessboard, I do wonder if white would be winning here. Yeah, we're not in the analysis mode, so I can't just take this pawn off the chessboard. But I'd be really curious if we took this pawn off the chessboard. I think white is probably like if the black king, let's say, was like on a2, for example, then I think it's obvious that white is winning. But with the king on d5, this is it's kind of tough to calculate here. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. If we got rid of this pawn here, what would the evaluation be? Let's why not? Let's look at that really quick. We'll get back to the tournament, I promise. I just want to see something here. So we're on move 40. Okay. Okay, so let's go to move 40. Let's take the leave moves only box. Let's take this off. So this is a completely drawn position. If it's black's turn. If it's white's turn, it's a completely drawn position as well, with like numerous moves that are all 0.00. This would be kind of fun to play on a tournament game. This would really get your mind thinking here. Okay, interesting. Maybe some point I'll take a look at this position and see what nuances are in the position here. No, anyway, let's get back to the tournament though. So it's like about 30 minutes left, and we have what's going on? I haven't looked at any of. I think Devin's up 14 points. Oh, Devin's gonna be the spoiler. So no, Aiden's just starting to play some bad chess all of a sudden. Like here, we could have just taken the bishop. Yeah, we really do have to be able to visualize the board much better. Like here there's I think Devin and Aiden both missed the queen can just take because we have two attackers, right, and just one defender. And we're forgetting how the pawns move again. I don't know why. It's possible that Aiden just didn't like this move, but I don't know why we're missing so many pawn captures. A bit frustrating. Okay, so here, okay, here. Yeah, both sides they missed so many pawn captures. Okay, that one they saw. Yeah, sometimes I really wonder if they remember how the pawns take. And I guess that's my responsibility, right? If they don't remember something, that's definitely my responsibility. Yeah, this check I don't understand. Like, why not just take the bishop when you can? I don't see why we have to throw a check in here for no reason. Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense what Devin's doing. Like this pieces can be captured for free. Why are we trading when we can just win something for free? I don't get it. And now, yeah, instead of winning something for free, we lost it and then we traded. Okay, it was just very, very bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. Do. I mean, this rook's perfectly safe. Why not go queen here? Why not get more pieces into the attack? Or yeah, why move the rook? The rook's perfectly fine here. So we have a mate in 1 here. Queen e6 is just a mate in 1. Okay. Queen e6 again is a mate in 1, or that's a mate. Cool. Okay, right. And here we have the 3-file rule, right? Whenever we control 3 files, if your opponent can't block or capture the piece that's giving the check, that's always a checkmate. So yeah, we have the 3-file rule. We're controlling the D file, the E file, and the F file here. Josiah's a little rusty. Yeah, he's getting some good work, Josiah, from a lot of different players. But how did he? Okay, so first of all, we just play. Yeah, we can just play knight takes d4 in case we were wondering what the best move for white is. Just knight takes and then castle is fine. He missed the he missed that move, Josiah. I think the kids are definitely improving though. So I think what's going on is Josiah is used to playing games where his opponents really aren't making too many threats against him, and now his opponents are starting to make threats, and it's tough. It's when your opponents are making threats, it's tougher. By the way, I'm wondering if Chelsea remembered the en passant rule here. My guess is she might have forgotten. So remember, anytime your opponent moves the pawn 2 squares and the 2 pawns are side by side, on the very next turn you can capture en passants here. That was a nice combination from Chelsea there. Missed the knight fork there. I wonder if Josiah's been thinking about this rook e1 check, but just maybe I don't think he didn't miss the bishops protecting it, but maybe when he's calculating in his head he thought rook e1 was always a possibility. Now she hung her bishop, Chelsea. I think she's still winning because of the passed b pawn. I think rook here is. Yeah, the black king looks active, but it's actually not doing so much here. This would be a good win for Chelsea. I think this would be the highest rated player she's beaten. I think just rook b6, right? Rook b6, very good move. I'm surprised Chelsea found that, to be honest. I thought she might play rook here. And yeah, now we just push our d pawn. There's a saying in chess: passed pawns must be pushed. Yeah, I think her pawn's going to be a little bit faster than these two guys. I think we have to play king here. Yeah, this move is. Why didn't? I don't actually know what's going on here. I think Josiah is winning now. No, Josiah is winning this. It's tough to beat higher rated players. It's tough. We'll see. It's still, with 35 seconds, it's not easy. Yeah, he's going to have to move faster here, Josiah. Queen f4, very nice move. I think it's a very nice move. Yeah, very nice. Very nicely done from Josiah. Very nicely done. Very nicely done from Josiah. This was, yeah, very good 2-move combination. I think we can give a check here and then a check here. That's a good move as well. Yeah, now we just take and then run. Yeah, take here. Just take that rook. Doesn't matter if you lose your queen. You're getting another queen. You don't want to run out of time when the rook's still on the chessboard. You gotta take here. Oh, Josiah, you gotta take. I don't know. He might be running out of. Is Chelsea playing black? No, Josiah's playing black. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Chelsea's playing white. Okay. All right, good draw from Chelsea there. She was completely winning actually, so good draw. Okay, so who do we got playing next? Let's take a quick look at Aydin and Aiden's game here. We actually look at this position a lot in chess class, like a lot. This might be the position we look at more than anything. Normally, I ask the kids after Queen H4 what to play, and the reason I like to look at this is because they have to figure out two different threats. But Queen F6 is basically the same thing where there's two different threats. So after Queen F6, I understand that Aydin wants to be very careful about the F2 pawn, of course. Like this is a checkmate threat. But we don't need to play Queen E2 here. We actually have a lot of good moves for white. One, we could play D4 because then we're blocking the bishop from attacking this pawn. We're defending our knight, and we're also preparing for our dark square bishop to develop. So I think D4 is clearly the best move for white here. Another move we have that we can also just play knight F3, and then we're blocking the queen from attacking the pawn. And then even another move is we have knight D3, which I think would be my last of the three choices. Or I mean, this would be my last option because you're blocking your D pawn from moving. Aydin, yeah, he's kind of falling apart here a little bit, Aydin. Yeah, here there's just bishop takes queen. So I think Aydin's gonna win still though. The sleeper Benjamin might. So if Benjamin wins this one, I think he gets, what does he get, 6 bonus points? So I think he gets 7 points. So it just depends how long this game takes between Josiah and Benjamin. It looks like they're playing extremely fast, like extremely fast here. Yeah, they're already on move 15. So I think bishop b6 would be a winning move from Benjamin here because we have the pin on the A file. Yeah, I think, or also bishop b4, basically same idea would have won. I don't know. Do you want to play b4 and kind of cement your bishop over here? I think you'd probably play b4. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so Josiah's going for it, no problem. Knight f5 is coming at some point. Okay, there. Yeah, now I think you have to stop knight a. No, I think knight f5 is a very good move for white here. I think knight f5 is pretty close to winning, I think. And for Aydin would be rooting for Josiah here because bishop b3, that was a good move. Yeah, I was saying Aydin would be rooting for excuse me. Aydin would be rooting for Josiah here because Benjamin's the one getting all the bonus points right now. So it would be better. Okay, c3, attack the pin piece. So I don't like that Josiah hung the piece the way he did, but I like the way he's fighting back here. Kids are getting pretty good tactically. The tactics are really improving. Now I'd probably create an escape square at some point. Although, yeah, maybe we got to get this pawn moving. Even though I don't think this pawn's really going to go anywhere. Yeah, but I think we really want an escape square here. Well, that's a nice move from Benjamin. 90. No, he walked right into 93. He's a little rusty, Josiah. I can tell. It's his first tournament, and maybe 5 or 6 tournaments. I can tell he's a little bit rusty. Oh no, I think Benjamin's gonna win now. Oh, he only gets 4 points for that. I thought he gets all these bonus points. So if he's only getting 4 points, I thought he gets more than that. So he has to win 2 more games, and Aiden has to get 0 more points. Yeah, I didn't think that Benjamin would be able to jump up like that. But yeah, he's done a great job. So we got Leo. We got a Petrov. Yeah, here I think. Can we take here? I think we can take. Can we Queen E7? I'm not sure. D3. Now we can definitely take, because after Queen E7 we can just castle. And if the queen takes on E5, we have Rook E1, and the queen is pinned to the king, and our rook is protected by the queen, so we just win some material there. Notice that knight E4 doesn't change anything because we just capture the knight with our rook, and it's protected by the pawn. Yeah, so one thing I haven't been happy with Leo's play in this tournament is he's weakening his pawns. He's weakening his king side way too much, and he's not castling. And I noticed this in a lot of his games today, which I think is why he's losing, because he's not getting his king safe. So that's not what we want to see. We want to make sure that we're getting our king safe. And I think this is the second game I've seen against Chelsea today where he just pushed the pawns on the king side, and he's totally opening up his king to attack. Like all these pawn moves are just making his king weak. They're not doing anything positive for his king safety at all. So that's not what you want. And here, since we have the pin piece, I think F3 is probably fine. I understand Chelsea might be a little nervous about this, but I think after just King H1, that should be just perfectly fine for white. So this is kind of an interesting idea in chess. Sometimes the pawn actually acts like a shield for your king, and it actually makes your king safer. No, that doesn't do anything. You just take and then trade the queens. I would just trade the queens, right? You're up 4 points, but it's fine. Knight C3 is also fine. No, bring your rook into the game, Chelsea. Yeah, get all your pieces involved, because now you have both your rooks on the open files. Nothing better than that in chess. If you're up material and both your rooks on these open files, unless your opponent has like a checkmate in one move, you'll probably have a much better position. I think Chelsea's forgetting about this rook altogether. Yeah, this just hangs your knight, hangs your bishop to the knight, I should say. But yeah, I'd really like to see Chelsea get her rook involved. Yeah, it seems like. Okay, there we go. I think she forgot about that piece for a while, to be honest, though. One thing I'm a little concerned about Chelsea's play is it seems like it's not a huge concern, but it seems like when she's up material, she just keeps taking more pieces, which in general could be a fine strategy. But what might happen is what's going to backfire is while you keep getting pieces, your opponent's going to launch an attack against your king. Just something that I'm noticing to be aware of. Yeah, just make sure we make sure we go after the king a little bit more is what I'm trying to say. So it looks like Aiden's games have been very slow here, which is basically exactly what Aiden needs here. Aiden needs like very long games, and if he gets that, yeah, like Benjamin's up so much material. I don't know why it just seems like a long game. It's only been like 5 minutes, but for some reason it feels like I was expecting the game to be over sooner for some reason. This might be like a last second type of tournament. It could come down to like less than a minute. We could have the lead change. I think that Rook F8 actually might have been better before taking on G2, because then you're setting up what's called like a mating net, right? So when you take right away, you let the king run away. But if you play, oh, nice checkmate. Okay, nice checkmate. So what's the standings at now? Okay, so Aiden is clinging to a 1-point lead. Okay. Where's Josiah at? Josiah's in third place. Oh yeah, but oh okay. So this is exact. I think I don't know. It feels like the stars are aligned for Aiden tonight. But with that said, I don't know for sure if he's going to win, of course. But now there's another tough matchup: Benjamin and Josiah. And here, see, I think the problem is Aiden is kind of slowed down his own wins. I think it was 8 out of 8, and he's lost 4 games in a row. So if he could have gotten any one of those, even like a draw, I think that would have been maybe enough. So I think here he really needs a win against his brother. And he really needs for Josiah to, at the very least, run out the tournament clock. So I think what Aiden is really hoping for is just for this game to take 8 more minutes, 8 minutes and 30 seconds to be precise. If that happens, then he's the winner. If we have a decisive result and Josiah wins, then I think Aiden's the winner. If Benjamin wins, even if Aiden wins, Benjamin will be the winner because Benjamin is on the seven game winning streak, so he gets the bonus points. So there's actually some very interesting scenarios here. I think the one common denominator is if Benjamin wins this game, I think that he will win the tournament. It's been a good opening play, by the way. Yeah, I think we can get away with a move like 8-6 because we haven't castled yet. But this bishop looks sort of funny over here now. So how do we get out of this? Yeah, this looks like a very nice position for white here. Although rook, no, Josiah, no, he's not sharp today, Josiah. Yeah, he's not sharp today. He's not sharp today. That's bad news for Aiden. I know exactly what Aiden's saying. Oh, I was winning the whole tournament. It's good to have Josiah back, by the way. I know he's not probably happy with his chess today, but I think he's done. I think it's just good to have him back, right? Just getting that practice in, and you can see the difference because Josiah was playing a lot better than this, and he's gonna get his form back, and that's no question at all. But you can see like he's just taking a little bit of a break. It does change the quality of your play. Chess just kind of has to be like a little bit of a habit. No, 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 no. We talked about this, Chelsea. You already have this great diagonal for your bishop. Why are you creating another diagonal? Remember, we looked at one of Crystal's games. We talked about this exact concept. So you already have this great diagonal for your bishop. You don't need to create another great diagonal because you don't have time in chess. You don't have time to make all these different diagonals here. And also, what happens is you're creating weaknesses because when you do this and this move, now this square becomes a big weakness because you don't have any pawns attacking this square. Yeah, here we could have just taken with the bishop, by the way, because we have two attackers and just one defender. So yeah, pretty. Although, yeah, take the only thing we have to really calculate is that after rook b8 we have queen a4 here. Although now our queen's sort of looking a little funny over here, so maybe b4 might have been a very nice move from Devin. This might have been a very very nice move. I think we're forgetting en passant again. Although after en passant we do lose our queen, so I'm glad Devin didn't play en passant here. But yeah, I'm really okay. Well, maybe he didn't forget about it. Maybe he just saw that his queen would hang. I don't know. Bishop c5. Yeah, I like the way Chelsea's playing this. Just trade off the pieces. Very very smart. So if we take here, we're gonna lose our rook. I'm trying to see if there's any follow-up move that I like. No, nothing. Okay, probably just play like rook e2 and maybe queen e1 or something. Rook e3, that's also fine. Yeah, she's doing a great job here, Chelsea. This is like that move I don't like so much, but because there's more attackers than defenders, and also your queen is going to be pinned on the d file here. So yeah, I think that d file was a much better option. Draw. What? Chelsea agreed to a draw here? I'll just say Chelsea's a nicer person than I am. I would not have agreed to a draw there. That's okay. That's okay. It's good to see good sportsmanship. Although you can make an argument it wasn't really great sportsmanship to offer the draw in the first place, but whatever. They're kids. Still learn these things as they get older. The sportsmanship in chess, it's every game has kind of their own set of etiquette. These like unwritten rules. So one unwritten rule is you don't make a draw offer in a totally lost position. But again, I'm sure there wasn't anything meant by it. Look at Benjamin. He won another game, and now he's just gonna take a nap and enjoy his victory. He's gonna have a victory meal, and he's going to celebrate. His sister's turning into a good player, by the way. He has a younger sister, Emily, who's turning into a good chess player. Yeah, so hopefully she'll play in one of the future tournaments again. I know she's played in a few. And then Leo's sister, Beatrix, we got to get her back into the tournaments here. I don't know, has she played in one yet? Beatrix is pretty young, though. I don't know if she's ready. And we have Linnea again. Linnea is going to start dominating. Just give Linnea 2 or 3 more years. She's going to be like, wow, this is an easy game. I'm crushing everyone. Eileen was so close in that first game against Crystal. I think it's just about getting that confidence. You just need to get a little bit more confidence. Yeah, it's really not Josiah's day today. Yeah, this is the worst I've seen him play in a bit. Although he did find this nice discover check. So yeah, hopefully he can end on a high note. Although I think the time's just going to run out on him here. Very, very nice discover attack from Josiah, though. By the way, that's a good tactic to know. So basically, we have the queens on the same file here. So if we can move this bishop with a tempo, right? Check is the most forcing move. So we have this tempo here. Once the king takes your bishop, you win the queen, and that's always good news. I think is this 3 in a row for Benjamin now? Or did Alex, I think Alex might have won a few tournaments ago. Now both these knights are pinned, so it's kind of a funny position. Either if you move either of the knights, you're going to lose your rooks. Yeah, here we have queen b2 wins the rook. Might as well develop a knight here. Then this knight is also pinned to the other rook. So this queen has been pretty devastating this game. So close, Aiden. Another, I think it's 2 second places in a row for Aiden. Another first place for Benjamin with the 10 wins and 1 draw, and then Josiah finishing out the top 3 with a very respectable 27 points. Thanks everyone for playing. The tournament was a little bit down, which I wasn't that surprised about because we did have the chess meetup last Saturday, so I figured maybe the parents would want to give their kids a little bit of a chess break, which is totally understandable. But I do hope we get back to maybe 20 or so next tournament. And yeah, I just want to thank all the kids for playing. Appreciate all the hard work and see everyone in class this week. Thanks, everyone.